Hello, how we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and it is Wednesday, September 18th, and we are on episode 67 of What's in the Box Wednesday. Now, if you watched last week's episode, you know what we're doing today. We are continuing our PSA reveal. We sent in 2 separate shipments, 3, but that's a whole nother story. If you watch the story, you know what I'm talking about. 2 separate shipments of PSA at the same time. Last week's What's in the Box Wednesday was just the NFL cards. 22 different NFL cards were graded. Well, 21 were graded and 1 wasn't graded, but that's a whole nother story. Because of the NFL special. And then 24 were graded that weren't part of the NFL special. Baseball, comic books, WWE, basketball, maybe even hockey, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, there's hockey in there. We'll be opening those today. 24 more cards. 6 of which are sugar whites, which means that 18 of which are mine alone. Just me. Bartender Shane didn't have anything else. He just had the football stuff from yesterday and from last week, and the Mickey Mantle autograph, which isn't in yet, but when it is, we'll do a reveal on that. And Sugar has 6 cards in here, and he does not even know what cards he has. So we'll be doing these right now. All right, let's go to this. Now, this might be the last one in a while that's done in this fashion. And what I mean by this is I sent in shipment 3. If you've been watching, you know that we sent in shipment 3, and it was all basketball cards. 10 basketball cards. This one's very light. And this one's very heavy, so they only fit about 20, I guess. So, and it was all basketball because that's what the August special was. And now the September special has been announced. It's out. It's September. And that special is... Did I put it back? You dummy. Yes, I did. And that special is baseball. So we're going to be sending out actually, by the time you see this, we will have already sent out the September special of baseball, and that is another 10 cards. So when they do the specials, there's a 10 card minimum for the specials. So rather than send out these 50 cards and have to make sure that you have $1,000 ready or whatever, sending out 10 cards for the special and only having to have $150 to $180 ready is much smarter, and I can do it every month and in some cases twice a month. So we'll be doing that going forward, focusing on the special. And there's always a non-sport special. It's always there. So if a month comes where it's like hockey and it's like, okay, we just did hockey 2 months ago and there's nothing here, let's skip that. We'll do the non-sport special, and that's how those things every once in a while. So we'll make sure we get into all the stuff and that we'll be doing these reveals with more like 10 to 20 cards than 40 to 50 cards. In this case, we're doing 24 cards, but this shipment was actually a 48 card shipment. So it was done in 2 different payout ways. So, all right. So some of these Sugar will know right away are his, and others I'll have to tell him. Like I said, he does have 8 cards in here. So let's see how this pans out. I'm going to, what I'll do is I have them all stacked right here like this. I'm going to take the top one, and if the top one is one that I don't want to do yet, I'll just make a pile and move it to the side and get that later. But for the time being, we're going to start right off the bat. Now, these are not, like I said, these are not any one specific. These are the ones that cost us more that I shouldn't have done. In theory, we should have just done last week's, but I didn't really, in my head, put together the math behind how much we save by doing the special. So going forward, we're just going to focus on the specials. That'll give us a variety, too. You know, it'll keep going. So we'll see how it goes. But our first one is actually Captain America Backscatters. Now this is a Sugar White card. He had me open up Upper Deck Marvel. It was Marvel Annual 21-22, and we pulled out this chrome. Let's see what they call it. Backscatters Marvel Annual. It doesn't say anything. I guess they're all that way. But here we go. First Sugar White card is a Mint 9 Captain America. I like that card. I wouldn't even mind that it's a 9. It's pretty. It's Cap. It's sparkly and shiny. It's a 9, but there's nothing necessarily wrong with a 9 in that situation. I think when a lot of it for me is when the corners are already rounded, it's harder for them to see that it's a point. I don't know that any of the sides. It's harder to see unless you like really focus. But I guess this side is a little thinner than this side. Especially, it may even be kind of slightly tilted that way. It may be fatter up top than it is down here, but all this sparkle makes it really hard to see that. So, a 9 is not a terrible grade on that. All right, let's wait on that one. Hoping for a big grade on that one. This is one of mine. This is, if you guys have been watching sorting cards for grading purposes, I've opened a lot of these classic sets. This is the yellow classic Chipper Jones. This would be considered a rookie. This is a rookie card, but as far as I'm concerned, it does not say rookie card if you check the trading card database. But it's the rookie year, and it's the same year as his other rookie cards and all. So for me, it's a rookie card. It's one I like. I would love to hit something good on this. On these classic sets, I'm expecting 9s on any classic card I set in. I don't think I'm ever going to pull a classic 10. That's just how I feel. They've been sitting in that box since 1990. I got them for Christmas in 1990. So whenever a card's been sitting there that long, I don't feel like there's a chance it's going to get a 10. And right now, I'm looking at this corner here, and that corner kind of looks like it might, and it's impossible to see that if it's chewed up or if that's the holder that makes it look that way. But 9 is what we're hoping for. 9 is what I got. This is unlike the football that we just did. If you watched last week's football, a lot of those cards were, okay, good, this guy I got a 10 on, now let's hope he pans out. Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. These are going to be a lot more my cards, the guys I love, and if I get a good enough grade, I will keep, even if I get a bad enough, I will keep this until I buy another yellow set, send another one in and get a 10, and then I'll keep that one and sell this one. So this is going to be a lot of stuff that I'm planning on keeping in my own display cases or in my own Zion cases and stuff like that. All right, this is a big deal one for me. So Austin Theory, this isn't the rookie, this is the numbered card, 108 of 149. I'm a huge Austin Theory fan. This is Revolution card. I have 2 theories in this. The other one's a rookie. If I get 110, I want it to be on the rookie. I don't want it to be on this one. I'd rather this one be a 9. But still, this is Austin Theory, and it's a numbered Cosmic Revolution Gem 10. Oh, nice. I did not think either of those were going to be 10. So the fact that I got a new one is great. I got this one on a Whatnot. I bought it for probably $1 because when I buy on Whatnot, what I do is I buy things that are only $1 that no one's bidding on. This was my guy. Sometimes if it's my guy and it's like this, maybe I bid a second time and paid $3, but I did not pay much for this. So the fact that I got it $1 and now it's a 10 and got it through Whatnot and it's a 10. Conspiracy theory me thinks that if you buy a card that isn't graded, that's because there's something wrong with it, and if it was gradable, they would have graded it. That's just how I feel. And it's when I do stuff like this and it pans out to be a 10 that makes me feel like you need to stop being so conspiracy theory. Look at that. You hit it, and you bought that off of Whatnot for $1. So, all right. This one's one of my guys here, Frank Thomas, Upper Deck here. And that's a 6. Ouch. So, wow. Oh, you know what? And I think that's one of Sugar's. I gotta check. I know I sent. There's another Frank Thomas in here. One of them's mine. One of them's Sugar's. I gotta check which one's which. Oh, that sucks. That's 6. I want to know what they see. Like, okay, guys, when a card gets a 6, we had this the first time we did this. When a card gets a 6, I feel like there's got to be an obvious thing. Like, those corners are not 6 corners. That is not a 6 off center. Is that scratched off? Is there a big scrape somewhere? Like, what the heck makes this a 6? Like, did his wife break up with him right before grading that? That's terrible. All right, you know what? We're gonna skip a little, and we're gonna go to the other Frank Thomas, and then I'm gonna look up which ones. That one's definitely his. I know that. That's the last one we're doing. That's one of the last ones we're doing. That one's his. That one's his. That's probably his too then. That's one of the last ones. That's one of the last ones. That might be his. That might be mine. I gotta look because he has 6. So wait, he has 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. There's another one in there. I don't even know if that's one. All right, these are definitely. We're gonna do Sugars real quick, but this one might be his, might be mine. I have to look at the list. One of the 2 Frank Thomases. Kind of hope that this one is a 6 as well, and then we both got a shitty Frank Thomas. But here we go. Frank Thomas score, first round pick, mint 9. All right. So I'll have to see which one's which. In fact, let me do that real quick, just so I can do it on video. And starts there. Oh, the Captain America. That's the other one that I wasn't counting. The score is his. Okay, so this one's his. The 6 is mine. The 9 Frank Thomas is Sugar White's. So far we have the Captain America and the Frank Thomas for Sugar. But I don't want to do just his. I want his to be mixed up in here. So let's do this and this and this and this and this and this. All right. This way, we're not just doing his. I want his to be mixed up in here because that's kind of the point. That was kind of the point. Can't believe I pulled them all. All right. This is one I'm really looking forward to. I don't expect a good price on this one, but I got it out of a traded set. We talked about this when I opened it. I kind of like this update, the score traded, the look of the purple, better than anything else in that set. This was the coolest looking card. Big Jeff Bagwell fan, so I'm doing a lot of Jeff Bagwell. There's still some Jeff Bagwell up here that still needs to go, but I think I sent in 2 or 3, at least 2. This and the Fleer Ultra, I think, so of his rookies. But I know I have the yellow one, which I don't see up there, so I wonder if I sent that as well. We'll see. All right. And that's a mint 9. I would have liked a 10 there. But honestly, the back, when I was looking at it just now, that back looks like it's yellowed a little. Now, it may be what it is. That may be the color, but it looks yellowy to me. So I was a little afraid that I was going to get a 6 or something there. But that's a cool one. That one's definitely going on my wall until I can replace it. Here we go. Here is a Randy Johnson. This is his Expo, so this is his real rookie. If you get the traded set in 89, there's a Mariner one where he gets traded to the Mariners in his rookie season. That one, to me, is just as vital as this one. I have it to send. It's part of my plan to send. I also have one of these to send as well. This one is Sugar White's. I have mine up here to send. I wanted to make sure I kept them separate when I was doing it. This one is Sugar White's. And That's the Randy Johnson Expo rookie. So that's his third one. That's pretty good. Now that I'm looking at it, it's a little off-center. I'm wondering if I noticed that when I did this. I probably didn't. Otherwise, I may have picked a different card. But I do know that Randy Johnson isn't necessarily one he would be sending to sell. This one, especially if it had come back at 10, he'd probably keep it himself. But even a 9, he might keep it. I know that's one of his guys, Randy Johnson. He's a big fan. All right, that's one of his too, so let's move it down the list some. Now, this is one he'd like, but this is mine. This is an Ellie De La Cruz rookie. It is a Topps from last year when they did the throwback to the 1989 style. It's the same style as the Randy we just did. So it's the 89 throwback rookie, 2024 Ellie De La Cruz, 1989 Topps. Mint 9. Damn, I really wanted a 10 on that. If I had gotten a 10, I would have considered... Well, I'm still going to consider selling it. I would have considered selling it, but I would have moved it into the... I would have put it in my head with those Bryce Youngs and Trevor Lawrences. Like, this is a card. This is a guy that people want. It's a variation. It's a rookie. If it's a 10, it would have really been up there in the same. Now, it's still good. It's still going there. It's still tradable. But I don't think it's going to be worth a bunch of money in any way. So, I guess I need to... This is the same as this. The Chipper and the Jeff are the same. That's by itself, and that's by itself, and that's by itself. All right, then, here we go, guys. It's one of my guys, Ken Griffey Jr. You know he's number 3 on my list of who I collect. And it's a Topps Black Gold. Now, if you go back to that Topps Black Gold sorting through, I got a bunch of them, but not the whole set. I would love to put this set together. And, like you see people put the Kaboom set together, whatever. I may try to put this set together. I really liked this Black Gold. I may try to buy boxes of old ones and pull Black Gold. I may search. This may be one that I'm whirling to. I have a bunch of them that I'm sending all of them in eventually. And I may put the whole set together and then slowly try to creep them up to 10s. But this is Ken Griffey Black Gold. I don't know if these have any value at all. I doubt they do. But that's a near mint 8, which, considering it was sitting not only in my collection but separated, like I pulled them from a pack, put them in a sleeve, or maybe they weren't even sleeved. Now that I think about it, weren't even sleeved, and they were in one of those hard, one of these type of things, plastic hard container things, and they've been sitting in there for since 1993, so 20 plus years. So I'm not surprised by an 8 at all. That's a cool card, and I'm going to put that up on that's a collecting thing. That one is definitely going up, and it only moves when I get a better, higher grade. So same with this one. Doesn't matter what I get, I'm keeping him because it is Nikolai Javy-Bulin. The Bulin wall. I am a Lightning fan, and yes, I am very much love Vasi right now. But before Vasi, Javy-Bulin was our goalie. He was the guy. He's the greatest goalie to ever play for us. And he gave us a lot of good years, and we love Javy-Bulin. And to have a Javy-Bulin rookie, this one will go up on my wall as well until I get a better version, because that's a 9. So I need to find me a 10, but still a 9 Javy-Bulin I'm very happy with. I'm much happier with the 9s of something like this than I am with 6 of Frank Thomas, obviously, but like the 9 for the Ellie, I needed a 10 for that, whereas I can live with a 9 for the Javy. So definitely not doing as good as we were doing for football. All right, so this is the Baseball's Best. I think we have 2 of these in here. One Ken Griffey and one Nolan Ryan, Baseball's Best from the 1989. We opened that. I had the factory set that I had the whole set. It's been sitting in my collection since 1989. This theoretically came out in 89. The 89 Donruss card that came out that year is his rookie card. This is the same year. We didn't move on to the next one. It's not considered his rookie because he had a rated rookie in the set. But still, to someone like me, an 89 Donruss Ken Griffey Jr. is a rookie card. So this is the baseball's best version, and I got a 9 on that. Because it's a Griffey Jr., a 10 would have been really nice on that. But I don't hate on that. It's I guess the Nolan is more important for a 10, but it does make me want to buy a. I wonder, you see that white spot there? I wonder if that's on the card or because it's not on the frame. Or if it's dust that landed. Oh, you know what? I knew this wasn't getting a 10. I remember now. There is a red dot. You really can't see it, I don't think. There's a red dot right there. No, it's not going to focus. So I knew this wasn't a 10 when I sent it in. I wonder if that white dot was there too. I'll have to go back and look at the video. But still, a 9 on that is pretty cool. All right, here we go. This is one that I would have sent in if it was mine, but it's not. It is Sugar Whites. It is a Pete Alonso's The Rookie Optic. This is one we did. This is a break we did. He bought the Mets. They were the high-priced team because Alonso Rookie was in there. There was also one other person. Oh, Atlanta's Acuna Jr. was in there as well, I think. But that sold to someone else completely. But here we go. Pete Alonso, Donruss, the rookies. We know that part of the problem was that Donruss doesn't do baseball. This is a non-licensed product, but they did a good job on these with his arms crossed over. You can't really tell he's not wearing it's just the helmet not having the Mets symbol on it. That's the big deal. It's saying New York instead of New York Mets or anything. But overall, it's still a Pete Alonso Optic Rookie, and it is a Gen Mint 10. Nice. All right, so I suspect that he can sell this with Pete Alonso being a good guy. Alonso is a Gator, so he's one of like small guys, but I don't really do the whole Gator baseball thing the same as I do Gator football, although I do a little. So I do like Alonso. This is a cool card, but there he goes. He's got a rookie Alonso 10. That's pretty good. That's going to be, so far, I think, his best card. Yeah, that's his best one because the Thomas and the Randy became all three of them. The Tommy, the Randy, the Thomas, the Johnson, and the Cap all got 9s. All right, here we go. Here's the other baseball best card. This one I sent because I felt like it could get a 10, whereas I knew the Ken Griffey was going to get a 9 or lower. If this doesn't get a 10, it's kind of useless. But as you can see, I'm sending all sorts of Ryans, classic Ryans. So it's the same type of thing. I'd love to pull this as a 10, but I'm expecting a 9. Mint 9. I'm not surprised. It's a 1989 Nolan Ryan 9. At this point, it's the difference between whether I stick it on my Nolan Ryan. I'm considering making a whole Nolan Ryan display, so it'll probably end up there, or I'll sell it as a dollar card eventually. We'll see how that plays out. All right, here we go. Here's a big deal one. Big deal one. Mark McGwire, 87 tops, rookie, near mint 8. Sugar, I was really hoping that was going to be a 10 for you. I thought that was great. This is another one of Sugar's. I thought that the spacing was great. I thought that the corners was great. I thought you had a real chance at a Mark McGwire. I mean, is that a spot on the back? Maybe that's what did it. I didn't even notice that. Damn it. But I thought you had a real shot when I put that in. I was like, he's going to get himself a 10 McGwire. So that's another one of Sugar's right there. 8 Mark McGwire, 87 tops. We're going to have to buy another 87 box. Send some more of those in. I really want to get me one of those, so I may buy an 87 tops box sometime. 2. Only one left. What is the one left? Oh, I know what the one left is. Okay. All right, here we go. Tim Duncan Stadium Club rookie. All right. Got Tim Duncan 1988 Stadium Club Chrome. Near mint 8. Oh, see, I'm a Duncan fan. I thought I was going to be able to put that right next. It looked good. It looks pretty. Now, kind of like last week with the Champ Bailey, these Chrome cards, that's the same type of thing that Champ Bailey, and I got a 9 on that one, but I really was hoping that they were, like, you can't really tell unless there's other ones and his fingers aren't above the screen or something, but otherwise you can't really tell the centering, so that couldn't be too bad, I guess. If they do the centering based on this, it looks really good. The sides look clean, the corners look crisp. I really thought I had a chance at a 10 there. And with it not getting a 10, I figured if I missed, it would, certainly be a 9. So an 8 is disappointing. That is quite disappointing on that one. All right. Here we go. Here's another Chipper Jones. This is my Chipper Jones. He got his Chipper Jones was the... he didn't get a Chipper Jones this time. He got the Frank Thomas. This one's my Chipper Jones. That's right. I sent like 3 Chipper Jones in, I think. Anyway, I know what his last one is. 80. This came from my Breaking My Score 91 set. You guys saw me go through my whole 91 score set. Well, this was in my factory set for years. I liked the centering on it. I thought it was really good. It looked good. I really thought this had a chance. It does. Oh, thank you. Yes. Chipper Jones 10. Nice. Okay. So this, again, just like before with the Austin Theory, where I said, okay, this helps me believe that buying a card off Whatnot can get me a 10, not to give up on this. This makes me realize that going through those factory sets, there's some value there because the cards are still in 10 condition, even though they've been in that box for, in this case, 30 years, 33 years, 91, Jesus. No, that can't be. Yeah. Yeah, like 33, 34 years. And it's still got a 10. So, wow, that's my Emmitt Smith of this one. The Emmitt Smith was the big one that I didn't think had a real chance of getting it, and then did, and is my throwback rookie of someone. That's what that one is. All right. Here's the other Jeff Bagwell. We saw the one Jeff Bagwell was a 9 for his 91 score. I mean, his 91 score traded. This is the 91 Fleer Ultra traded update. This set was huge when I got it. When I got this for Christmas, it was the biggest deal. It was one of the few sets that I never opened. I left in its cellophane. Because it was so big, because it had a Juan Guzman, it had a Juan Gonzalez, it had a Jeff Bagwell, it had an Ivan Rodriguez, and those cards at times in Beckett grading were at $50. I wish I would have sold it, except that money would be gone and I'd be in no different place right now. So at least I have this card now. But if I had sold it and bought the right card with it, I could be in a much better place right now. But here we go, Jeff Bagwell. If this one, like the Chipper Jones, comes out of 10, then it makes me feel that breaking this set was worth it. If it's a 9, I'm fine with it. If it's an 8, I'm going to be very annoyed I broke the set for it. So let's see what we got. It's a 9. I'm fine with it being a 9. Goes right next to that score traded. I have no problem with that. All right. Then we've got the Austin Theory rookie. All right, we still got 6 or 7 more, maybe even 8 more, counting the Austin Theory. Here's the rookie card. It's a Topps Finest rookie. Like I said, if I wanted a 10, I wanted it to be on this one, not the Revolution one. Of course, it goes the other way. That one's the Revolution, is a 10, which means this is going to be an 8. Watch this. Oh, shit, yes. Look here. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, pulled 2 Austin Theory 10s. Got these both on the same Whatnot channel. Cannot believe they came back 10s. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Now, there's two different types of excitements, guys. There's a lot more than two. But there's excitement that I have for Chipper Jones 10. This is an all-time guy to me. This is a sports guy. This is a card that I can show to people and be proud of. This is a current guy in wrestling, not a real sport, not a it's different. But it'd be like if let's say I graded a Yoda card and it's the same type of thing. It's a TV show. I get that. It's not the same thing as getting the Chipper Jones. But I got my favorite character, or one of my favorite characters in 10. It's still very awesome to me. It's different type of stuff, but it's still very happy. Speaking of which, here's a Yoda card I graded. Now, I do feel like when I was cleaning this up, I saw some surface scratches. So by no means, there's zero chance of getting a 10 here. So I'm just hoping for a 9. But I just thought this card was so cool, and even a 9 of this card I would be happy with. But I'm hoping it's at least a 9. Star Wars Galaxy Yoda 9. Good. All right. I'm very, very happy with that. Yoda 9. I have one other card. Again, this is another one I got off of Whatnot. And I got this one and a Han Solo, which is still in the needs to be graded set. I'm more of a Yoda guy than a Han Solo guy, so I sent in Yoda. Yoda I'm keeping. Han I'm planning on grading and selling off. But yeah, that's a cool card. I think yeah, I'm happy with a 9. And sure, I would have loved a 10, but I didn't see any way that was getting a 10. I could see the scratches. All right, so happy with the last. We're going to do this one and then Sugar's and then my last 3. Now, this one is an iconic card that's probably not worth anywhere near what it was at one time. But I just wanted it graded because of the icon aspect of it. And that is a Nomar Garciaparra Rookie USA card. I suspect there's not much value to these anymore. This was part of my Topps Traded sets, which, again, we went through all the Topps sets. I probably could go online and buy this for $20, the set for $20, and do it again, and may do that depending on what this gets. But it's just such an iconic card, I wanted to get it graded to see what I could get. And it came out a 8. I really was hoping for a 9, only because I thought sitting in those boxes that there wasn't really much chance of a 10. The Chipper Jones has proven me wrong, but an 8 is a little sad. I'm a little sad that got an 8. That being said, I think of all the cards to grade, if I was one, I mean, maybe the Frank Thomas that got a 6. I gotta say, the ones that are doing bad, the Frank Thomas getting a 6 and this getting an 8, they're the ones that you told me beforehand, like, I would have been very excited with a 10 there. It was, I mean, obviously, it was one of the last ones I did. I sorted through and did it last, so I really wanted a 10 there. But it's because of the iconic nature of the card. When it's all said and done, now that it's graded and now that I see in the grade, even if that said 10, not exactly sure what I'd be doing with it, except saying, look, I have this iconic graded card that has no value. So it's probably one of the better ones to get a low grade on. That and the Frank Thomas. The other one that I got a low grade on was a Tim Duncan. I would have liked much better for that. So yeah, that's really the black Ken Griffey Jr. Black Gold I got an 8 on. I would have much rather a higher grade on that. So yeah, those are kind of the ones that I would have preferred the low grades on. So I guess. All right, so here we go. This is Sugar White's last card. It is the LeBron James Power Moves Upper Deck Space Jam card. Sent that in to be graded. I could see this card being very valuable in the future if it's a high grade. I'm not sure it has any real value now, but LeBron James, just like Michael Jordan, grade all their cards. Grade anything you got of them is my thought process. Get it graded, make it so it doesn't lose any value. Upper Deck Space Jam, a new legacy A&L. LeBron James Power Moves, near mint 8. See, I wouldn't have guessed 8. It's almost like the... oh, wow. Look Look at that. I have to go back and look at that when we loaded it in. That corner's not that great either. I wonder if they did that. Those jerk-faced jerks. Can't believe I didn't notice that when I was cleaning it. I mean, I was cleaning them, and I didn't notice it. But came out an 8. Man, that sucks. I mean, he got an 8 on his LeBron. He got an 8 on his Maguire. He got a 9 on his Johnson. And a 9 on his Thomas. He got a 9 on his Cap. And a 10 on his Alonso. So those 6, along with a 10 on a Jalen Waddle, and they decided not to grade the Barry Sanders for some reason. I can't say that that's a disappointing haul. I'm hoping he doesn't feel that way. He never acts that way. Even if it is a disappointing haul, he would never tell me. But I hope he's happy with that. Now, this next one is probably the one, well, the second most, the one there's 0 chance of getting a 10. I'd love to get a 10. I'd love to get a 10 on, but again, it's been in my collection forever, and I almost feel like that back is yellowed. Now, the last time I said that, I got a 10, so who knows? But Ken Griffey Jr., score update rookie, score traded rookie, near mint 8. Which is kind of, yeah, well, look at that corner. Which is kind of what I expected. I'll have no problem putting that up on my Ken Griffey board or whatever I do, and then buying another 89 traded set and trying again. We'll do that. All this does is it makes it clear to me that I need to be buying more stuff that I've already bought for more sorting cards for grading purposes. All right, so the last 2 cards. One comes from my upper deck set that I opened. Nothing special. It's a base Michael Jordan. I just think it's one of the coolest Michael Jordan card looks. It's just the 1992 upper deck Jordan base card. It was in good condition. You can see that this side's fatter than that side, but it's not significantly. I'm hoping for a 9. I'd love a 10. I would love a 10. But I don't see a world where this is going to get a 10 just because I'm not that lucky. I think that the centering being off like that is going to be enough to make it a 9. I don't really know. I don't really judge the centering. But it seems like it's in pretty good condition, so a 9 would be... Yes. Did not expect that 10. Wow. Okay. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Now again, do I think it's worth much? No, I don't. But an 89 Upper Deck Jordan Fleer is worth a ton. So a 92, this is one of those weird things where I don't know. It's just a Michael Jordan base card, and I may look it up, and the sales on it may be $80 at Gem 10. Wow, I did not expect that. This is one of those cards. A lot of these cards I'm grading, and it's like Craig Griffey Jr. That's all right. If I get a 9, I get a 9. I'm hoping for a 9. I got an 8. Okay, well, that sucks. But if it had gotten a 9, that's worth it. There are a few cards that it's like, it's 10 or bust. If it's not a 10, then who cares? This is a 10 or bust card. That's a 10 or bust card, and I hit the 10. And it makes me feel like, and I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, where I add up how much each card costs and what the value or cost of each card individually is, and then look at what they're currently going for and see if I made money. I believe I did it last time, and I made money in the tune of $300. Like, the cost of all of it and what eBay said they were currently going for, I made about $300 in value, which is cool. Not that I sold them or actually made that value, just making sure I didn't lose it. I feel like something like this can significantly help me get into the green. And I don't even know. Like I said, I don't know what it's worth. right, and then there's the last one, the big deal one. We know it's not going to be a 10. I bought it at a card show. It's my Ken Griffey Jr. 82 Topps rookie. I have several of his other rookie. I have his Donruss graded. I have his Fleer graded. I think they're next level. Yeah, they're next level graded. This is the first one I've done through PSA. I will say that this one is in the best condition of any one I've seen, of any of the ones I have. I really don't expect anything higher than a 7. I'm praying for an 8. Praying for an 8. Don't think it's going to get that high. But it is in really good condition. So, we're going to turn it this way. We're going to go this way. Orioles, Future Stars, Bonner, Ripken, Schneider. 7. All right. I that's what I said. I expect a 7. Not even expect a 7. I expect a high of a 7. I did not think it could get to 8. I would not have been surprised if it was a 6. But 7 is about where I had it. Just because of the age and stuff. I think I paid less than $30 for it. So $30 plus the grading, which I don't know, let's say $17. I think that's what it was last time. This is nearly $50 I have into this card, and at a 7, not sure it is a $50 card. Do I care? No, not at all. There is a Cal Ripken space where I'm going to have all Cal Ripken rookies, and this goes there until I can get an 8 or a 9 or a 10, and I will. These are one of the types. There are two types of cards. There are cards that I won't. Well, that I might. That I won't buy graded. I will buy 1991 Upper Deck and open more Upper Deck packs and send in and try to get it myself. I want to get it myself in those cases. That's what the hobby is for me. This right here is what the hobby is for me. Finding the cards myself, getting them graded myself. However, things like this, where I'm not going to be able to buy 82 Topps packs to pull a Cal Ripken, these are the things that I'll buy. I'll say, okay, what can I get for a 7? How much do I have to spend for an 8? You know, I'll give you a 7 for an 8 and pay the difference, or I'll sell this and buy the 8 with the difference. You know, buy the 8 and then sell this to recoup some of it back. That I will do. Looking for a Nolan Ryan rookie card, for a Thurman Munson rookie card, those type of things I will hunt down. But my Don Mattingly rookies that I want so much, I've got to find a way to buy a Donruss box. It's an 84 box. I want an 85 Topps McGuire. I've got to buy an 85 Topps box. That's just how I do it. That's how I want to collect. It's once you get to the point where I can't get that box, I'm never going to have the thousands of dollars it would cost me to buy one of these boxes, and I'm not going to buy a pack like I did with the basketball by accident. I'm not going to buy just a pack hoping to hit this one card. So these, if I find a good deal on one of these at a convention, and I believe that it could get an 8 from now on, a solo one, or that's already graded an 8, or one that I think has a chance of getting an 8 on its own, then that I'll buy. But it has to have a chance to get an 8. And looking at this one and how clean it is and how nice it is, the fact that it got a 7, it'd be hard to find one that I think will get an 8, because anything better than this, you'd send in to get graded because there's a chance at a 10. Overall, guys, I can't be disappointed. Definitely not as good as the football, just because of the sheer number of 10s. Including this, we had 24 total cards. That's a 10. Let's do the breakdown like we did in the football. Sugar got a 10, 3 9s, and 2 8s. But let's do the whole breakdown. Wow. Yeah, I think maybe the Tim Duncan is the one that I'm most disappointed in. There were ones that I would have obviously liked and ones I expected better. But I think that's the one that I both would have liked, expected better, and most disappointed. You know, the combo of the three. Like, sure, the Ken Griffey got the same grade as the Tim Duncan, but there was no expectations of more than that, really. Sure, the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie I would have liked, same grade, but there was no expectations of more than that. The Tim had a much higher expectation combined with the rookiness that I wanted it and whatever. Anyway, we got 1-6, 1-7, 6-8s, 'The majority are 9s, and this is where when we did the football, we had 8 and 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2, 4, 5. 11 and 5. So even if I took 3 off of here to make this 8 and put it here, it would have been 8 and 8. We still got the same 16 9s and 10s. But this time it was an 11-5 split instead of an 8 split. But our 9s were the Chipper Jones, Jeff Bagwell, Javi Bulin, Ken Griffey Jr., Nolan Ryan, Jeff Bagwell, Yoda, L.A. De La Cruz, Frank Thomas, Captain America, and Randy Johnson. And the 10s, Austin Theory, Chipper Jones, Michael Jordan, and Pete Alonso. I really can't complain, guys. When it all comes down to it, I sent in 48 cards. Let's call it 46 cards because one was the Mantle and one was the Sanders that didn't even get graded. So I got sent in 46 cards, which was 4 less than last time. And instead of, I don't even remember how many we got last time, but we got 13 10s this time, which is definitely more than we got last time. And we had less cards. So that has to be considered a success, even if I do have a sour taste in my mouth over a few situations like the Frank Thomas and the Tim Duncan. Even if I wanted a better grade on the Mark McGwire, that one really I thought would get a 9. I really thought it had a chance at a 10, so I really expected a 9, and to get an 8 on that was a little sad. And with the last week's shipments, there was a couple of them too that were not terrible, but it was just like, overall, I can't complain across the board. I think that the LeBron James, the Mark McGwire, the Tim Duncan, I think those are the 3 that really are like, and of course the Frank Thomas 6, that are really like, man, I would have liked that to be higher. And maybe the McGwire and the LeBron James are because they're sugars, and I would have liked good things for him, even if it cost me a grade somewhere. But overall, you can't really be upset with that. It's a good haul. Be watching, guys. We'll do the Mantle as soon as that comes back. The 3rd shipment is already arrived at PSA, so it should be back in about a month. And the 4th shipment, I'm assuming. I filmed this in advance. I didn't want to wait to open the cards, so I filmed this a week ago when they came in. It's actually Monday the 9th. But, I mean, it's September 18th. I'm assuming by September 18th, I will have already done the video on the baseball cards that we're sending in the 4th shipment. So look out for those. I will see you guys in the next video.